Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to another video with myself, Erin Chandler, for Channel Your Light, Own Your Intuitive. So I'm being told to share this. It is in retrospect and in connection with some of the other videos as a fluid channel. Ava has been talking to me about, I don't even know this name. I had to look it up. The Great Herod is how you pronounce it, I'm assuming. Anyways, she's been telling me to look this up for the last couple of days. It just keeps coming in and coming in and coming in. And in addition to that, I didn't know this, but somebody had sent me a message and they said in their message that they kept hearing adversary, adversary, adversary. This was also over the last few days. Now, the interesting thing is when the person messaged about adversary, my first thought was, unity, consciousness, we are all one. And the only competition that you actually have is yourself. That's it in reality. That's my personal view. However, I just went and looked up the Great Herod and who that was. And immediately after just reading a quick blurb about the time frame that he lived in and the story or a narrative surrounding him, I kept hearing the same thing over and over again. And it was this: your greatest adversary is your greatest empowerer, which means this is a point of view, a perspective calling you back into your power. If somebody is showing up as an adversary or to be the opposite or views the opposite or to tell you you're the opposite, they're your greatest empowerer because they're giving you the fuel. If you abandon yourself, this is how it's tied to the other one. If you consistently abandon yourself, this person, this adversary is actually showing up so that you do not. They are not going to let you abandon yourself, and they will push you to the breaking point. This is not to negate from things that happen to certain people on the earth plane at all, because there's some circumstances where I'm not really sure how that would fit in. But just remember, when you have a greatest adversary, it's because they are your greatest empowerer in terms of what you do with it, how you view it. Turn the tables, shift the perspective. That's what Ava says, the Great Herod. So I was taken aback that somebody was sending me a message about adversaries, and then I'm hearing the Great Herod. So I looked that up because that's not part of my physical 3D knowings or anything that I have been taught or teach. But it was very clear. Everybody needs to look at this. The greatest adversary is your greatest empowerer. If somebody is Lightworkers, Ava says, this is for Lightworkers and Starseeds. Every time you are in those situations where it's the WTF moments, oh, why is this happening and what is going on? That is because it is your greatest empowerer to step deeper and further and higher and wider into that love, that light that you are. The more darkness there is, the brighter the light that has to shine. Do you see the juxtaposition? The reason I'm putting this in this perspective, Ava says, it's very important for all of those facing weird things right now. The unsettledness on the earth plane, the illusions and the truths both coming out at the same time. These are all relevant, just as seeing the truth or hearing the truth may feel like it is wounding in hearing the truth. However, the wounding is actually from the illusion being illuminated and let go of. She says, these are all part and partial. So if you feel like you are facing an adversary at this time, my assumption is, I have Ellen here telling me, yes, let me tell you, somebody is facing an adversary. For some of you, it's hidden. This is a hidden adversary. This is someone you do not know is your adversary. This is a message for an earth angel. Keep doing what you're doing. There is no competition. There is only you and what you are divinely guided to do and be. Stand tall. Be proud of who you are. Do not worry about what anyone else is doing behind you, beside you, or in the hidden realms. Here is why. You are of the mother of all creation, and you are divinely shielded and protected. This is a very important message for an earth angel, utmost importance, imperative. I'm getting all these words like warning. You need to know there are hidden agendas, hidden things moving around, attempts to, I don't know, there's like, I'm seeing somebody, it's almost like there's people are attempting to shift or move or paint, it's like a dirty curtain. Put a dirty curtain in front of you is what it actually looks like. Pay no mind, pay no attention to that. The truth is you are divinely guided. The period, done, end. It is written. Follow it. You are beautiful. Your adversaries are your greatest empowerers, just like your haters are actually your greatest lovers. To put that much focus on somebody really says a lot. If your focus is on hating someone or doing something to that effect, usually it is because they love you, they want what you have, they want to be you, or something to that effect is how it's coming in. But make no mistake, your greatest adversaries, you can use those as tools to literally, I'm seeing fireworks. Baby, you're a firework. Come on, show them what you're worth. That's really what it's about. I'm really getting hidden. This is a hidden person in your life. This is a person with a masquerade, pretty faces on parade, a masquerade, pretending, hidden. The throat chakra gets there. Ava's pointing to the throat chakra. This is a hidden enemy or a hidden adversary, but they will be the reason that you become a firework, because you will use that. Food for thought. You will be using that. Your greatest adversary, switch it. They are my greatest empowerer, because now I'm going to do this, and now I'm going to illuminate that, and now I'm going to look at it from this point, and holy crap, this is what I'm being asked to do based on the projection of the adversary. This is what I'm being called to do. So follow it. It will only empower you. Your greatest adversary is your greatest empowerer. How that relates to the Great Herod, I have no idea. But this is just how it came in, and the different interconnections of how it came in. Sometimes I receive things or I go and do things not because they are messages for me, although I do glean the wisdom from them, and perhaps that's my role in it, but I glean the wisdom and then I share it. And 90% of the time, it is usually because the next person I meet with or somebody who's going through something, it's actually for them. I'm simply having a minute piece of their experience to be able to glean or pluck out the feather, the golden grail. I'm literally plucking it. I'm seeing a white feather trimmed with gold divine wisdom. This is important. Plucking out the feathers and gleaning the piece of wisdom that that person needs for when they receive my message, or when I meet with them in a private session, or when we come into the community. These are important things to understand about how the universe works and how that ties into universal law. Everyone has a different role, but certain laws govern certain things. This is very important. I'm just going to trust, if you are going through an experience where you feel like you're up against the same thing from the past, it's your greatest adversary. This is the final phoenix rising. This is the final rise from the ashes. Rise up, the final breaking or unbinding or unchaining. You have the power to do that for yourself. If you feel like you are facing an adversary, and yes, I have to look up words after I channel them or receive them if I don't know what they mean. And that happens a lot to me. I'm intuiting the information, which means I don't need to understand it or know it in order to intuit. But I do personally like to go and look it up to put all the pieces together. Whoever this message is for, you have, I feel like I'm seeing books being laid out in front of you. I have the scribe here. You have like 10 books happening at once, and you actually don't know it. The interconnections will be made clear in the 12th chapter. The interconnections will be made clear in the 12th chapter is what the scribe is saying. This is a magnificent time for you because all the little facets of the diamonds and the detours are all going to suddenly make sense. This hidden adversary or hidden enemy, whoever this is that you're dealing with, they're not speaking, or they're speaking arrows, like, and I'm seeing arrows that are covered in like a black tar. Poison is a word I'm seeing. Words can be poisoned arrows. That's the hidden enemy, the person shooting poisoned arrows out of their throat chakra, or completely not saying anything. It's both. And let me tell you, says my guide Ellen, it's both. Both of these things are happening at once. Just remember, your greatest adversary is not only your greatest empowerer, but will be the reason that you rise. So thank them. Thank your haters. Thank them. Have a gratitude. Create divine order out of what seems to be out of alignment, actually is pushing you into soul alignment. I'm hearing this is a message for somebody who, I'm a soul man. That's the song playing. This is for somebody who is a soul man. So let me know in the comments if this message is for you, or if you faced it, or if this is what you needed to hear in order to rise up, rise up. Again, I love spirit. You can't make this stuff up, friends. Anyways, until next time, I am sending you much peace, light, love, happiness, joy, transcendence, and epiphanies. We're adding in epiphanies because they're important. When you know better, you do better, says Maya. End of story. Until next time, friends.